So while you're in Hajj or Umrah, you
no.
do a nikah. The nikah is fasid.
No.
Doesn't count.
No.
You're not allowed to have a meeting or even have these kind of talks while you're muhrim. And there's other things, but these are the main ones. طيب, going back to the one who divorces with the intention of depriving now. طيب, so let's say now a guy, he's got مثلا he's got cancer. So he's been to a doctor. The doctor says, look, you've got about 6 weeks left. He goes to the next doctor. The next doctor checks, you've got 6 weeks left. Goes to the next one. He goes to about 4 doctors. All of them say you've got 6 weeks left. So he's there now. Okay, I don't want this woman to inherit from me, so I'm going to divorce her. So he divorces this woman, and then after he divorces this woman, he gets married with another woman to be his fourth wife. So he divorced one of his 4 with the intention of her not inheriting. Then he remarried.
So does this one become his fourth wife now?
The new one becomes his wife.
Yeah.
So the new one's his wife now, and the other one he only let go of her with the intention of depriving her.
No.
No, that would fall under the same ruling as the one on the deathbed, right?
No, it's the same ruling. So what happens now is there's 5 women now.
But isn't that marriage impermissible in the first place?
طيب.
As in?
طيب. In this one, his marriage, they count it as one that is sahih. It's not considered as one which is impermissible with some of the ulama.
Okay, so at the time of, say, he found out he has 6 weeks left, he divorced a wife.
And he married a new woman.
Is there no waiting period for men?
No, there's no waiting period for men, actually. No iddah for men. No. So now, if he dies, what happens? Because now there's 5 women involved.
I think that obviously the fifth one will not inherit, Aki.
What do you think, Jahid?
I don't know. Sticky one.
No.
In this case, all 5 will inherit equally.
Oh, Alam Barik.
Okay.
Wow. Inherit equally. So these are scenarios where you can have 5 zawjat, 6 zawjat. Maybe he didn't like 2 of his wives. Nah, and it's very rare scenarios, isn't it? Very rare, but they're there anyway.
So a person could potentially have like 7 wives inheriting at one point.
Maybe 8.
Oh, wow.
He's like, you know what? I don't like you before. Halas, man. Screw you.
So is that regardless of his intention?
No, this is with the intention of the depriving. If he divorces them because of a legitimate reason, then there's no harm in this.
Well, how are we gonna know his intention though?
But yeah, that too.
Some people, it's known, innit? Like, he's always bullying this wife, for example. He hates her, he beats her up. And then he hears about dying and he divorces her.
Oh, okay.
This one, we take this ruling that he was because of this. Now, this is that which he's accused with. So this is what we suspect from him.
No.
As it was known while he was alive that he didn't like her.
No.
Okay, so regardless of intention, if the woman is still in the period, she would still inherit though, regardless of his intention.
If it's the first or the second, but if it's the third, then khalas, it doesn't count. It doesn't matter about the iddah.
Okay.
But the third is
okay.
You can't go back to her.
Okay, but in general, if the woman is in the period, she would still be an inheritor.
Nah.
Oh, okay, no.
So the third is the third of the means is al-wala, the one who sets the slave free. And this it's got his whole bab and those male inheritors from him. Okay, if we're gonna split the means of inheritance, then we can split it into 3 types. The first is a type where they will inherit each one from the other, and this is from nikah. The husband inherits from the wife and vice versa. The second is that the inheritance is only from one type, and this is the wala. You inherit from the one whom you set free, but he won't inherit from you.
Akhi, I'm gonna go do. I haven't pray Asr, yeah, but I'm recording the lesson. I'm recording it.
Babe, labas.
Yeah, okay.
Labas. The third is the type where sometimes they'll inherit from both angles, so like the son and from the father, they both inherit from each other, and sometimes it will be from one angle only. Like if a woman dies and she has her nephew, the nephew will inherit from her. However, she doesn't inherit from the nephew. And examples of this type.
Oh, no, I'm done.
The next chapter is Mawani' al-Irth, the things which prevent a person from inheriting. Do you remember what these things are, Jahid?
قاتل
ها؟
مدرك قاتل
طيب قتل طيب جيد
the religion.
I don't know what.
طيب اختلاف الدين, different religions.
What's Tawheed?
This is Tawheed.
No.
Oh, sorry.
The last one was
The last one?
the slave.
طيب أحسن, the slave. طيب we start with the slave. The slave in general is of 7 types. The slave is of 7 types. Alhamdulillah. The first is al-qin. Al-qin. And this is the one who's 100% slave. He's a pure slave. The second, al-mudabbar. And this is the one who the master says to the slave, as soon as I die, you're free. So you're a slave until I die. So once I die, you become free. The third is al-mukatab. And this is the one who... Afan?
I think he does have some background noise.
Okay, fine. The third is al-mukatab. The mukatab is the one who, him and his master, they agree on a price. So say, if as soon as you give me 1,000 dirham, you're free. So he slowly gets this money to set himself free. So perhaps 3 days of the week he works, and that which he gets doesn't go to the master. Rather, he puts it aside till he pays his master that 1,000. Like the fourth, al-mu'allaqu itquhu bi-sifa. The one who's setting free is related to an attribute. So, for example, his master will say, if Laylatul Qadr comes, then you're free.
What?
Yeah, as an example. Or if I reach the age of 26, you're set free.
Okay, so the fourth one is the attribute. If
Yeah, he's connected to something.
okay,
An attribute. So in this case, the attribute of the coming of Ramadan, or the coming of Laylatul Qadr, or coming of an age, or whatever it may be.
okay.
Or you can say, if my son gets cured, you're free.
Okay.
The al-musa bi'adqih, the one who he puts in his will that he is set free. So this is similar to the second one, except the difference is in the second one, he has informed him, he told him, you're free when I die. With this fifth one, he hasn't told them, but rather is written down in the will.
No.
The sixth one is the one who's part free and part slave. So either the master told him 1,000 dirham and he's paid half and he hasn't paid the other half, or he was shared and one of the people or a couple of the people, they set him free. But however, he's still partially a slave.
So it was either like being paid half if some others pay for him,
Slave, or he was a slave to two different people and one of them has set him free from his share.
Okay. Half slave. Okay.
Slave. The seventh is Walad, and this is the one who, an example would be a slave. A man, he has a slave girl, and he has a child from her. So he can't give her away, and he can't sell her anymore because he had a child with her. So as soon as he dies, she becomes a free woman.
Okay.
Does that all make sense?
No.
Babe.
Yeah, makes sense, Aki.
So these are... Huh?
I said that would make sense. I didn't know that, Aki.
Looks like you are here as well, yeah?
No.
So you're gone, Aki.
No, I've been here for a while.
Babe. Babe. Okay.
Sultan. Tiens, vous deux. What's happening, bro?
1 second, Afwan.
Okay.
The next mas'ala which comes from this is the one who is a mukatab. So he's the third type. Him and his master have agreed to a certain amount. So let's say you're going to give me £100 for 10 months. And this becomes 1,000. And then you're free. So the slave, he dies. Did you hear?
I'm listening.
No, I think Jahid left and just came back in. Anyways, now, so the mas'ala is the mukatab, the third type, the one who has an agreement with his master. So he says £100 a month for the next 10 months, and then that's 1,000 and you're set free. So this guy, this person now, the first month he's paid, second month, let's say 5 months he's paid. And then after that he dies. However, he has within himself the last 500 and he has more than this. So what happens in this case? Does it make sense?
No, it makes sense.
Yeah. So he owes 1,000 within a period of 10 months. He's paid 500 in a period of 5. Then he dies. And he has that 500, and let's say he has another 2,000 on top. Does he die as a slave? Or is he considered a free man? Or is he considered half slave, half free? Does that make sense, Jaquan?
No, it's very clear. Okay.
So if we say that he is a free man, then his master doesn't get the last 500 that he's owed.
She didn't say where she was yesterday.
And if we say that he's a slave, then his family members who are free won't inherit from him. Now, if we say he's half-half, then he gives his master that which he's owed, and the rest goes to his relatives.
Yeah, I don't know why is it curious for everyone. That's a good question, bro.
What do you guys have, Yakhwan?
Okay, nah, that's tricky, man. SubhanAllah, this is a good Messiah, man. You never think we might need to think of Allah Alam, okay.
Jahid?
I would have assumed partial.
Partial, yeah.
Yeah.
طيب that means you're Maliki, Allahumma barik.
No.
What do you think, Kolajo?
I don't know. For me, I think he's got the 500, but he hasn't given it to him. And we don't know. I think if we know his intention that he wants to pay himself off, then it should be free. If he's just holding the money, do you understand, Aki? Can you hear me?
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, but if that 500 he has it, but he hasn't got intention to pay
No,
yet.
he's got an intention to pay because he's been paying every month so far.
Oh, okay. Then I think it should be a free man. Then it should be a free man. Then
So that means the master won't get the last 500 as well.
But I think the master should take that 500 off him first.
Okay, so you're the same. You're Maliki in this masala as well.
Oh, okay.
But this is the correct thing. It is the correct stance. The qawl of Imam Malik, rahimahullah, that the master is given his share, and then the rest is given to his inheritors.
Okay, mashallah.
As for Abu Hanifa, then he took that he dies as a free man. So in this case, the master won't get his 500, and it all goes to his relatives. And this perhaps is the furthest of all the aqwal. The Shafi'i and the Hanabila, they took that he's still a slave because he hasn't set himself free because he hasn't paid it off yet. So he's still not free. And this isn't far-fetched also. But the qawl of Malik seems to be more correct, and Allah knows best.
No.
The next the next thing which prevents a person from inheriting, al-qatl, killing. There's an ijma' in this, that killing, it prevents a person from inheriting. However, they've differed in what type of killing prevents a person from inheriting. Because there's different types of killing. There's the qawl of the Shafi'iyah is that the killer will never ever inherit, no matter what type of killing it is, whether it is a qisas or a had or self-defense or a mistake. Any type of killing, then he doesn't inherit.
No.
So they put all the four types together: the qisas, the had, which is the penalties, the self-defense, or the mistake. So this, the first one, the qisas, is, for example, let's say the son.
Is Jared gone?
So you were listening then? It was a bit loud. I missed some. Okay, so what did you miss?
Most. Up until the introduction of qatil.
Okay, so you missed the whole rip, or you missed the beginning of the qatl?
Beginning.
Okay, طيب. Okay, so there's an ijma' that killing is something which prevents a person from inheriting.
No.
However, the killing is of different types. So the Shafi'iyah, they say that the killer, he will never inherit in all cases, whether it be a qisas or a had or a difa' or a khata. So whether it be a qisas, so perhaps the qisas is when a person is killed for killing, for example.
No.
The had is a person being killed because of a penalty. The third being self-defense, and the fourth by mistake. So if you kill someone that you're meant to inherit from in any way whatsoever, then you don't inherit.
And that's the call of the Shafi'iyah.
Naam. So an example would be the qisas. Let's say now your dad, he killed someone. And you're the judge of the land. And you make the ruling that your dad is to be killed. So with the Shafi'iyya, you're not inheriting from him.
Okay.
You're considered as one who's killed him. So they put qisas, it doesn't matter. And the had would be like, for example, your dad committed zina, and now he's to be stoned to death.
Yeah.
So you were from those who stoned your dad. So they say that you're not going to inherit from him.
Okay.
Naam.
Okay. So where would that money go, bud?
It will go to the other inheritors. You're not part of the inheritors anymore.
But even though I wasn't the one who did the act of zina, it would be
you were from those who your father committed zina. You and the rest of the Muslims, you stoned him.
Oh, so if I take part in that, I wouldn't inherit.
Naam, according to the Shafi'iyya.
Okay. But I don't think a person would want to stone their father, right?
Well, he just went against the religion of Allah. He shamed himself by committing zina.
Fair enough.
You know, the Sahaba, they would stone the Sahabi at the time, the one who committed zina. So, the Prophet ﷺ would be from those who used to stone the companions in this affair.
Wow.
So, naam.
Ajib.
طيب. The Hanabila, they took that which in the killing which prevents a person from inheriting is the one which is done which requires a diya or kafara. So to shorten it's the one which is done on purpose or similar to on purpose or a mistake. But he will inherit if he kills the person as a qisas or as a had or while self-defense. So if, according to the Hanabila, if you make the ruling that your dad is to be killed because you're the judge, then you still inherit from him.
So Hanabila, you won't inherit if it's done on purpose? Is that it?
On purpose or similar to on purpose or as a mistake, accidentally.
Okay. What's similar to on purpose?
So you put him in a position where is most likely he's going to die. Or you put him in a position where you put him in a position where in most cases he's not going to die, but in this case he died. So maybe the football went over the wall. They're like, listen, yeah, I kicked it over, but you just go on the wall, jump and go get it.
Yeah.
And then he dies from jumping over the wall. That's considered as similar to on purpose.
Okay, now.
Another example would be a battlefield where you know that it's very risky for anyone to go out there to pop their head up. However, you're like, actually, just take a quick peek in there. He takes a quick peek and he gets sniped. That's considered as similar to on purpose.
No.
You basically put him in that position where he died.
No.
On purpose is known, you get a gun and you shoot him in the head. A mistake is also something you're just looking at a knife, you're about to give it to him and he accidentally moved and you ended up stabbing him. Or whatever it may be.
Okay, so those fall all under like similar to on purpose.
No, the last ones the last one is probably considered as a mistake. You accidentally stabbed him.
Okay. And the Hanafiya?
The Hanafiya, they take that which prevents a person from inheriting is theirs was very similar to the Hanabila. However, the Hanabila's one was that which was done with no right, so they killed without right. However, with the Hanafiya, they say it's on purpose, similar to on purpose, and a mistake, and that which is similar to it. And they use an example of this is that perhaps you're sleeping, and
Where's your sister?
when did it cut off?
You might want to come down.
No, I didn't. Now, so an example of the mistake one would be that a person, he's sleeping and he ends up rolling over and he kills the person because he rolled on them. For example, you roll on a baby or something.
Okay.
Now, however, they mention that some of the khata, they don't count it as something which prevents from inheritance. Like, for example, if you dig a hole middle of the road and a person dies from it, consider it as you've killed them unintentionally. However, the Hanabila, with the Hanafiya, they say that this doesn't prevent a person from inheriting, even though he killed him unintentionally in this case.
Okay. No, I understand.
So the fourth, the call of the Malikiya. And they say that the one who kills on purpose out of transgression, this one he doesn't inherit from the person who he killed, whether it be from his wealth or from the diya. However, if it is a mistake, then he will inherit from his wealth, but he won't inherit from the diya.
What's the deal?
Do you know what the diya is? The blood money.
Blood money, yeah, no.
So, okay, an example would be now, let's say, Jahid.
Yeah.
You killed your brother now.
Whoa, I was with that.
Example, Akhi, man.
Go on, Aki.
So Jahid kills his brother now. No. Now he's got his mum, his dad, and let's just say he's got his brother's wife and his brother's children. So let's say there's 10 of them now. And 10 of them, they say that we want qisas. We want Jahid killed for killing my dad or for killing my son. If all 10 agree on it, then this is the ruling which is taken as this qisas. Jahid is killed for it. Taib, is this understood up to here?
No.
Yeah.
Taib. Then we have now, there's 10 of them. 9 of them say, you know, I want Jahid killed because of what he done. One of them, let's say your mum, because she's the most merciful. Your mum will say, La, you know what? I want the blood money.
No.
So what happens now is 9v1. Do we take the 9 and kill Jahid, or do we take the 1 and request the blood money from Jahid?
From what I remember we talked before is that person so if the person is killed, there is no blood money.
So now that's the qisas. So 9 choose to kill and 1 says blood money.
From what I remember is that person will be spared, but the mother wouldn't inherit from the blood money.
But she's the one who requested blood money.
Oh, I think I don't know.
Okay, I'm fine.
I'm trying to remember. I think only the person that requests the blood money will get that portion of it, something like that.
And the others, do they get the killing?
Oh, it's not. Let me see.
It's not either. It's either you inherit, either you get blood money or he's killed.
Yeah, true.
Right. So what's it in this case?
I think he's killed.
Right.
No, he's killed.
Go ahead.
I know we've taken this. I think they're not gonna kill. They're not gonna kill, and they're not gonna kill. And
so we have a khilaf then.
Then I think they have to play the blood money.
Now, if one person has dropped their rights of killing, then everyone has no choice but to drop their rights of killing.
Yeah.
So it goes to blood money now, and there's no choice in this. So now, what if now we've got 10 of them, now they have no choice but for blood money. 9 of them say we're not letting him off his blood money, he needs to pay up. But the mother, again, being so merciful, she said, I let him off of my portion. Or I let him off. What happens now?
Yeah, then I think they have to play. Yeah, he has to play the blood money, and the mother will not inherit that is a portion of blood money.
Jahid, if you're still around.
Nam, I agree with that one. I remember that one.
Okay, now going back to the qawl of Imam Malik, he says now if a person kills another person unintentionally, so let's say you killed your brother unintentionally, you will still inherit from him. However, the diya that you pay, you won't inherit from that portion.
Oh, okay, makes sense.
Does that make sense?
No, makes sense now.
So let's say your brother has 10,000 and you have to pay diya of 20,000, so afan of 10,000. So he has 20,000 now. Now you'll inherit from the 10,000 which was originally his. However, the 10,000 which you got as a diya, which is to be split to his inheritors, you don't get a portion from this. Is mafhum ya ikhwan?
No. Okay.
So, now that which remains is what is the correct goal from these 4 aqwal?
It's like they take the diya money, and the people that ask for killing will not inherit.
So if we're talking about now, you killed your brother, do you inherit from him or not? You killed him by accident.
Oh, by accident. Oh, okay, yeah. Well, you trying to kill him by accident. So, what are the options? Like diya money or inheritance?
There's one. The goal of the Shafi'i is that the killer doesn't inherit in all cases.
Okay.
Hanabila and Hanafiya was similar in saying that the one who kills on purpose, or similar to on purpose, or by accident, then he doesn't inherit. However, if he was killed out of self-defense or as a qisas or a had, then he inherits. The Malikiya, they said that if it was done on purpose out of transgression, then he doesn't inherit. If he done it by accident, then he inherits from him, but he doesn't inherit from the diya.
I think. Well, I think I'll take the Maliki one.
This is the correct, and Allah knows best. The qawl of the Malikiya that it doesn't matter so long as the killing was done by accident.
No.
Or if it was done on purpose, however, it wasn't out of transgressions. So, for example, it was a qisas, or if it was a penalty, stoning his dad because he done zina and the likes, then in this case, he would still inherit from him, and Allah knows best. However, he doesn't inherit from the diya because this is just wealth which is gonna be going around in circles.
No.
Okay, so basically, if it's murder, that's the only time that that person would inherit at all.
If it's murder, intention, there's murder. If you killed your dad, say now your dad, he killed someone, so the had is that he's killed now.
Yeah.
And you're the one who's in charge of that job of killing. You've murdered your dad now.
Yeah.
However, it wasn't done out of transgression.
Okay.
It's done because of the Sharia. So in this case, there's no harm in this. You still inherit from him.
Okay. No.
So if this is the second, the killing. So if there's the third one, which is the different religion, and then there's the ones which there's differing in, and inshallah I think we'll stop here because it's been like an hour now, 50 minutes. We'll try to finish this in the next lesson inshallah. Because I think it's time for Tarawih for me, man.
Oh, mashallah.
Barakallahu feekum, afwan.
Jazakallah Aki. Nice one, Aki. I recorded them and it's nice. They're good masail. Barakallah feek.
So can you send me the recording? It cut off for me for sometimes.
Oh, okay. I got 34 minutes, so I'll send inshallah.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Also, Ustad Khalid,
Naam.
I got a quick question related to Ramadan. So basically, when I was a bit younger, like I think when I was 13 or something, I used to find it hard to fast. I would fast, but then there was like a couple of times where I would, I'd break it. And what's it for me?
Well, you play
like, okay, so one of the times I remember distinctly was I was
you were baligh at the time, yeah?
really needed it. I really needed it, so I drank it.
You're baligh.
And then nam.
Babe, there's the one who he breaks his fast intentionally because he's unable. Say now, if I don't eat, I'm gonna faint. Or in this one, there's nothing. There's the person, he breaks his fast and he repays this day back.
Yeah.
As for the one who's just hungry, he's like, you know what? I can't wait another couple hours, man. Let me just quickly break my fast, to buy chicken and chips and eat on the side. This one, then it's like the one who misses the salah on purpose. There's nothing except tawbah for him now.
Okay.
What about someone who used to do? He used to go, and until we caught him, innit? He used to always buy a packet of chicken and chips after school, and go around the corner and eat it in Ramadan. Until he got caught. But yeah, I'm not going to mention who it is. But they got caught from this, and then we realized what he was up to.
So what about the kafara, the penalty?
The kafara, are you talking about the kafara of fasting 2 months continuously?
Yeah, all of those.
The kafara of fasting 2 months continuously is specific for the one who has intercourse while fasting.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for the person who just breaks it intentionally?
No, it's specifically for the one who has intercourse. That's what the hadith referred it to this specific topic, or this specific mas'ala.
Do you know the hadith? Or if you haven't already?
I'll send it to you. I'll put it in the group if you want.
Yeah, please do. Or send it to me, however you want.
But
so, okay, what about the other penalties, like freeing a slave or feeding 60 poor people?
the freeing of the slave, this is for the one who didn't fast and is not going to be able to fast. So, for example, now you've got an old person. He can't fast, so he doesn't fast. Now, he's so old, he knows that there's not going to come a time in the year where he's going to be able to fast and make up these 30 days or 27 days, 30 days, let's say. So in this case, he feeds for every day which he misses.
The 60.
As for, let's say me and you now, let's say we got ill for about 6 days. We missed 6 days of Ramadan. However, there's plenty of time for us to make it up before the next Ramadan.
Just take your time.
So we don't pay, rather we make up these days before the next Ramadan.
So, if they're not made up by do they have to be made up though?
Yeah, you have to make them up. Those days have to be made up.
And if they're not made up before the next Ramadan?
But this one, there's a khilaf in the mas'ala. There's a khilaf in regards to this mas'ala. What happens if a person is able to make up the fast, however he chooses not to? Some of them, they mention that he has to make it up after this, and he's sinful for every day that he's delaying it after the next Ramadan.
Oh wow, okay.
So let's say you miss 6 days and you left it out till the next Ramadan. Ramadan finishes. You're continuous upon sin until you make up these days which you missed from the previous Ramadan.
Okay.
And so some of them have also mentioned that you're sinful also in that Ramadan, the new Ramadan.
Whoa, okay.
Even though you're unable to make up those 6 days in that Ramadan, you're still sinful in that.
Okay.
And some mention that if the year has finished, then you're sinful and there's nothing but tawbah. The correct is that you still have to make up this fast because it is a debt which you owed.
And is that the same for those people who break the fast? Or do they have to make those fasts up?
No, they don't make the fast up. They're sinful. Yeah, just like the one who leaves the salah intention.
Okay, I get that. And the fidya is for the one who's like, they just can't, it's impossible for them to fast, so they just...
Can't. No.
Okay, and the kafara...
Or let's say now a person, he's able to fast. Let's say now we know, I've missed, let's say 25 days. There's 16 days in the year where the Ramadan is short, the fasting.
Yeah.
My battery is dead. As soon. I probably can join it. It's just so there.
Yeah.
Use my brother's phone.
No, I can use my phone. Right. I'm just kidding myself. I'm just saying I'm going, man.